terminate all ice hockey being played in Canada and permanently eliminate the Stanley Cup.
It's a positive conversation. It's a big game today.
We went on to get our ass kicked in that game. We lost 5-0.
You know, judge Carney all you want, but he's not wrong here.
He was laughing the whole time.
He's laughing because it's laughable, right? He's saying that Canada didn't pay for it, taking advantage of the U.S. So Canada paid for the entire bridge. Is somewhere between $4 to $6 billion.
Sprint towards each other and then knock each other out.
Sounds like UFC.
Yo, he got knocked out.
There's neurologists, physio, and chiropractors just standing
by.
Just in case.
Come on, Oscar, just to show you a video. I don't give a
Yeah, that's what we needed early. It's exciting all of a sudden, right?
How about you Hockey is our game, right?
Yeah.
This year, just bring the smoke. I want all the smoke.
Yeah.
I want the U.S. firing on all cylinders in the final. You want this classic game that the whole country deserves, that everybody deserves, especially with this nationalism shit going on, everybody versus the U.S. This is what you want, bro.
Yeah.
It's unfair if we don't get it.
If sports is truly rigged, just make it happen.
Yeah, just make it happen. If you want to rig something, just rig this. Make them both in the gold medal.
There's a city, Aberdeen, Scotland, where they went without sun for 21 days.
Wow.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah, it was the longest period since 1957. 3 weeks, no sun.
God damn.
I can't even imagine that.
It's just raining?
I guess it's probably just
my God.
raining, snowing.
England's like that too, right?
I swear I read somewhere they went like 60 or 70 days consecutively without rain, or like it's been raining every single day this year in 2026 in the UK.
Oh,
That's
wow.
wild.
That's wild,
Imagine that kind of weather.
right?
Yeah.
We're out here as Canadians judging like places where it's raining. It's like, we've had the worst winter we've had in like a decade or
It's
so.
been all
At
right.
least we have sunshine.
Sunshine.
Sometimes.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently to you, that's all you need. But yeah, you guys see Trump? He's threatening to pull out of this Gordie Howe Bridge.
Oh, the Gordie Howe Bridge.
So kind of out of nowhere, he goes, he doesn't want the Gordie Howe Bridge to open up between Canada and the U.S. He goes, as everyone knows, the country of Canada has treated the United States very unfairly for decades. Now things are turning around for the USA and fast. But imagine Canada is building a massive bridge between Ontario and Michigan. They own both the Canada and the United States side. And of course, built it with virtually no U.S. content. President Barack Hussein Obama stupidly gave them waivers so they could get around the Buy American Act and not use any American products, including our steel. Now the Canadian government expects me as president of the United States to permit them to just take advantage of America. What does the United States of America get? Absolutely nothing. Ontario won't even put U.S. spirits, beverages, and other alcoholic products on their shelves. They are absolutely prohibited from doing so. And now, on top of everything else, Prime Minister Mark Carney wants to make a deal with China, which will eat Canada alive. We'll just get the leftovers. The first thing China will do is terminate all ice hockey being played in Canada and permanently eliminate the Stanley Cup. Eliminate the Stanley Cup. I knew you said that. I was like, I need to get to that part, man. So then, obviously, Mark Carney, he replied to this, in which he goes.
So the first thing to say is there's a big game today, and the President and I discussed the Canada-U.S. game, and of course, we're all behind our team.
Get to the point, Mark.
Secondly, we discussed a number of issues, international issues. Thirdly, we discussed the bridge. I explained that Canada, of course, paid for the construction of the bridge, over $4 billion, that the ownership is shared between the state of Michigan and the government of Canada, and that in the construction of the bridge, obviously there's Canadian steel, Canadian workers, but also U.S. steel, U.S. workers that are involved. This is a great example of cooperation between our countries. Look forward to it opening. And what is particularly important of course, is the commerce and the tourism and the voyages of Canadians and Americans that will go across that bridge. So the conversation turned to a series of issues that we will raise and we're going to follow up on. I'm not going to go into detail on those issues. These would be specific issues in parallel to the CUSMA negotiations. Final point is the president asked appropriately that his ambassador, who's from Michigan, of course, play a role in smoothing the conversation in and around the bridge. So it was a positive conversation. It's a big game today, and we're going to win.
We went on to get our ass kicked in that game. We lost 5-0.
Oh no.
This guy's such a jinx, eh? Did you see that?
So, but we're also a jinx.
We are jinxes, yeah. We shouldn't be talking, but there was that one comedian, I think he was, at their press. I don't know the guy's name. Maybe you saw the clip. He's just like, he went and saw the Jays, they lost. The Oilers, they lost.
That, yeah,
now he's like, they're going to win. They get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But so this whole thing, Trump saying that, Canada's, we're not using their steel or whatever he's talking about. Like, first of all, Carney's not wrong. You can try to say, judge Carney all you want, but he's not wrong here.
He was laughing the whole time.
He was laughing because it's laughable.
That was a good response he had, I felt.
Yeah.
So if
he was holding his laughter.
You guys know what's going on with this thing, right?
The bridge is made, right?
So Canada paid for the entire bridge. He's saying that Canada didn't pay for it, taking advantage of the U.S. So Canada paid for the entire bridge. It's somewhere between $4 to $6 billion.
Yeah.
Right? They're paying for the entire construction of it, and they're going to get their money back in terms of tolls over the next 30 years or so. So they're going to collect all the tolls. Once the money's paid back, then the U.S. starts to profit off of it and then use it to
30 years.
However long it takes, right?
Yeah.
Then the U.S. starts to finally, divide the profits, use it for like operating and maintenance costs, right?
Yeah.
But like he's saying that it's like somehow like Canada's basically in this situation acting like the financier or bank or whatever, I guess you could say, right? And this is mainly because the U.S. didn't want to build that bridge. Even in 2012, like they didn't want to build that bridge. So not only is Canada what we're paying for the plaza, the Canadian plaza, the U.S. plaza, we're paying for the entire bridge, and we're paying for the interchange I-75 that goes from the bridge that's getting built in Michigan and Detroit. Canada's paying for all of that. Right? So he's like, on top of it all, he's like, they should be using only American steel, which is the stupidest thing.
The bridge is right beside the Ambassador Bridge?
Yeah, so
Like,
that's
close enough, yeah.
That's the big caveat here.
Yeah.
Right? Which is...
They couldn't spread it out?
Huh?
They couldn't spread it out?
So-
There's that much traffic. They need two bridges.
They needed it? Okay.
No. So the bigger problem is the U.S. Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick. You know, the guy that's all over these Epstein files.
Oh,
right? The one that's like clearly went to the island back and forth, a whole
Took
bunch
his
of
whole
shit going on.
family there.
Yeah. So he met with Matthew Maroon, who is his billionaire family, is the one that owns and runs the Ambassador Bridge because it's privately owned, right? This thing is being made between the Canadian government and the state of Michigan, right? So it would be publicly funded, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like what the Port Huron-Sarnia Bridge is, right? So what happens? These people haven't been wanting this to be built for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because anyone that knows the transportation industry a little bit knows that the Ambassador Bridge is actually one of the most expensive bridges in all of North America for trucks to cross through.
Yeah.
Right? And for that reason, I think it was somewhere between, they used to have more than 40,000 trucks more that used to cross Ambassador Bridge, I think, per week in 2024. By early 2026, that number is like deteriorated to like 3,000 to 4,000 per week, right? So it's gotten really close, and most transportation companies don't like to use the Ambassador Bridge unless like they absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Because I think the cost per axle is like $15 per axle on Sarnia Port Huron, and I think at Ambassador Bridge it's like $50 an axle.
Yeah.
So it's significantly more, especially in this tight economy. The margins are very varied. Now, if this Gordie Howe Bridge gets made, right? It's publicly owned the same way that the state of Michigan and Canada owns Port Huron is the same way they would own this. So there's a likelihood that this thing would now cost as much as a Port Huron-Sarnia Bridge or within reason. So who would be using the Ambassador Bridge? Absolutely no.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you absolutely had to. Right? So you could see what the hell is going on there. Howard Lutnick goes and he meets with this guy allegedly, right? And right after that, Trump puts out this Truth Social post, right? So then now the Democrats are investigating it. They've launched a probe into it.
Yeah, makes sense now that you're saying that. He's totally being lobbied to keep that bridge active, right? The other one, especially if the tolls are that much higher, why wouldn't everybody shift? Not just like trucking companies, anybody using the bridge. Why would you go pay a higher toll
Especially
when you
when
can
it's
go
right
to
beside
another
you,
one right beside it?
Yeah.
That bridge is cool too. It looks
Which
pretty
one?
cool.
The new one?
New one? The way
Yeah.
it's constructed and stuff.
Even saying that, like, you know, it's absolutely unfair. If this deal was to fall through and this bridge never opened, theoretically, the U.S. would have gotten a free half of an international bridge for absolutely free,
Just
and
built,
an interchange made in their highway, plus the economic boost that Michigan would have gotten for those years that the bridge was being constructed,
Yeah.
and the jobs that were created there.
Right.
Like, to absolutely just go in one direction, write some stupid post with some M dashes that look like it's straight from ChatGPT or Gemini or some shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo, we need to make sure that that bridge is ours and everything is ours. Like, I don't know. It kind of made him look guilty as hell to
For
me.
sure, yeah. It makes so much more sense when you said all that Lutnick stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I imagined it was, because that one's privately owned, but I didn't know it was that close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes so much more sense.
Yeah. And it's, I think they've been lobbying for this not to happen for years, right? Since way back, since 2012. Even I think the first time he's mentioning Barack Obama.
Yeah.
When they actually
His
signed
full
this
name
deal.
too, eh?
Yeah, when the construction started, I think Trump was
It was him.
in 2017.
That's the funniest part. It was
Yeah.
2017 when they like launched it or began the construction. It was him and Trudeau
Yeah.
at a press conference.
Yeah. But what he's referring to was way back in like 2012 when they were. So this thing's been going on for a while. And as Canadians who are obsessed with, like, you know, the little economic boost that we get,
Yeah.
like, so it's
It all
national
matters.
news at that point.
Yeah.
They were trying to build this bridge for so long, to the point where Canada finally was like, fuck it, we'll just pay for everything.
Yeah.
That's why they got to that point.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
tried
yeah.
for so long. Michigan, you fund it, you know, federal funding. This takes absolutely zero federal funding and zero funding and no taxpayer dollars from the state of Michigan or federally from the US. It's all Canadian.
Yeah.
So all of what he's saying there, like, people usually just buy and, like, you know, they just believe it at face value just
Yeah.
because some people do, because Trump
Yeah.
says some stupid shit. This is just stupidness. To me, this is either you can call it trade leverage. It just seems like cronyism if this Lutnick thing is true.
For sure.
What else is it?
Seems like he's heavily being lobbied. Even they got their own elected officials in Michigan that are saying we need this bridge. What's that?
I even
You think
felt
that's politics?
no. I thought that in that video when Carney was like, he's like commerce, and then he was like, you know,
Oh,
one of his
shots
guys
at
from
Lutnick?
Michigan, like,
Yeah.
he's laughing it off because I think he knew what that was.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Like the Trump administration is at a point allegedly
Well, they're
where
making a
just,
lot of money anyway.
Right?
They're
It seems like they're
suing
making
everybody. They're making a whole lot of money. A whole lot of meme coins going on. You know.
So I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit going on there. You see that the vote for the tariffs went the other way in the House.
I saw that.
They
Oh,
voted
no way.
against it.
Yeah.
A bunch of Canadians get excited and stuff.
Yeah, and
but-
all of a sudden they're pulling everybody out of Minnesota, all over the place, right? Pulling back a bit. You think they're
have
scared of
to.
the midterms?
Bro, I don't know what's gonna happen with these midterms, but if Democrats control the Senate,
Seems like they're scared, man.
yeah. I mean, that's good news for Canadians.
Yeah.
And these tariffs
Let
and
it
our
all
economy.
happen.
Yeah. But also, like, all these other trade deals going on. Like, I don't know if you saw that, what was it, Kanzuk thing, the Canadian, Australian, New Zealand, UK
Yeah,
situation.
I saw
People
that.
are saying you should bring that.
People are
back.
really for it.
Yeah, let's just bring back the Commonwealth. Why not?
Restart it.
But I mean, sure, maybe it makes sense. I don't know. I feel like there's this sentiment where the world is moving past this U.S. administration. If they
have
just want to,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing.
They're not willing to budge at all, right? And he's kind of just, even if it's not the lobbying, he's just going to use it as a bargaining chip in the Kuzma negotiations.
Bro, I feel like there's nobody left on that side now. I've even seen, like, I'm not going to name names, but the people that I thought were like the most right wing of podcasters and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
they've jumped
Reverse
ship.
course, yeah.
Yeah. Like, nobody's protecting this at this point.
Yeah. It's like everybody knows except for his administration.
Yeah. I think that bridge is going to open up. I think that was just some stupid shit he said, and then
The
he's going to
other bridge is a
it.
piece of shit, too. It's always falling apart, man. They don't even
It doesn't
maintain
matter,
it.
bro. It's a monopoly. It's privately owned. But you imagine that, bro.
Yeah.
You charging $50 an axle right? And then somebody opens up right beside you, charges 15. You're gonna have to drop your price, otherwise you're screwed.
There's a pretty big tragedy. I think everybody knows about it by now.
Yeah.
So it's like a really remote community of Tumbler Ridge in BC. It only has 2,400 people in it. So there was this 18-year-old Jesse Van Rootsalar. So he killed a bunch of people. He killed his mother and his stepbrother at home, and then proceeded to school where another 5 students and a teacher lost their lives. And then he eventually did it to himself. It's the second worst school shooting in Canadian history.
Outside of the one in Quebec, right?
Yeah. École Polytechnique, Montreal massacre.
Yeah. I mean, this guy was clearly mentally ill, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's videos of him circulating online. I don't know which one of those are real or which one's fake.
The one where
or
he's
whatever.
laughing? Is that?
I don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It could also be an older video. There's also like...
He has like Joker face paint on, right?
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, that's the one that's been going viral, but I couldn't confirm if it was actually him or not. But I've also seen people saying... I read a National Post article about... how he was on Reddit forums saying that he has ADHD, OCD, he was on antidepressants, that he was on antipsychotic medication. Now, none of that is verified, but there is some stuff that is circulating online that apparently there was like guns in the house that they took away from him, and then the police gave back. Because
there's a lot of guns too, right?
There was 6 legal guns.
His mom owned them.
Yeah. And then after she petitions, they, give them back to him.
Yeah.
Which is pretty wild. But that video, like, I've seen different things on it. I don't know if it's real or not. But everyone's kind of been running with it and posting all over the place. That might be fake news. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying like the weird part about not the weird thing, because this guy's mentally ill. It wasn't a targeted attack where he was bullied. Or
like they don't know why.
No, because he's
there's no
mentally ill.
motive behind it.
He went into the school basically behaving like a hunter, right? And he's like, he would have engaged with any kid or anyone that engaged with him. He would have shot him, right? Like, that's kind of the behavior. He wasn't targeting specific people, right?
No, it's crazy.
And then imagine like those kids that lost their lives, right? Everyone's gonna talk about the shooter, obviously, right? But those kids that lost their lives, I feel like as a parent, like, you can definitely relate to, like, if you're gonna send your kid out to school, right? Like, everyone expects their kids to come back, right? You never,
especially in Canada, right? Like, that's something, like, I'm not saying it's like so common in the States, but it happens more there.
Yeah.
Here you don't expect it.
It's way less common. Yeah.
It was shocking.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And the scale of it is crazy.
I saw an interview with the parents, and they were just like, stop giving this guy like any news time, stop showing his picture. Like, it's nothing to do with like these kids. Like, they're young too, like 13, 14, right?
Yeah.
They're 12, 13.
Ages 12 to 13, the kids.
That's so sad.
He himself was 18.
Yeah.
But like, it's clearly a mentally unstable person. There's with a history of violence. They've already gone to his house for mental health concerns. I'm pretty sure I read that he came out of a mental institution.
Apparently,
self-admitted.
Oh, I think I read that too.
There's conflicting reports if he's self-admitted or if he was admitted by force, right? Because he was mentally ill. I don't know that. He's also, I should mention that, because you keep saying he was born a biological male, but he identifies as a female. All that stuff, like, people are going to politicize to death. But like Sakhveer is saying, I think it's more about the kids. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know if you guys saw the vigil that they had for the victims. And I don't know if this is what he meant, but from what I saw, it seemed like all of the politicians kind of flew in on the same plane. I think Polyev and Carney were on the same plane.
Oh, no way.
They were kind of seen holding hands, I think somebody was saying, standing next to each other. Polyev, like, none of them, even Polyev even came up and he was like, this isn't about conservatives, liberals, NDPs, or anything.
Yeah, it's bigger
it has
than that
nothing
nonsense,
to do with any of that. Nobody politicized it whatsoever. Nobody pushed any kind of ideology that's, specific or synonymous to right or left or any of that, which is, it's admirable, right? In Canada, that we can put all that shit behind us, right? And you see these kids that pass away and you're just there for them, right? And like your heart breaks for them. Because I think there is this little part of it, like as a parent, for if you're ever in a grocery store or like, you know, I'll take my kid swimming or something. If you look down for a second and you lose sight and you don't know where they went for a second, like you do, like your heart sinks, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine that feeling amplified a million, right? That's how those parents feel, right? And there's a bunch of kids that are never going to come back home, right? There's a bunch of kids who knows what they would have grown up to be, right?
Exactly.
Like,
they don't get to see that.
Yeah. It's so sad.
It's not supposed to be happening here. That even the Montreal massacre, that was like the first major shift in gun laws that ever happened in Canada, in Canadian history. People are saying it should happen again. I already think they have pretty strict gun laws, but I don't think that this was a case of a mentally unstable person.
I think
that could have been avoided.
I think people will try to make it about the gun laws, or they'll try to make it about the transgender, or they'll try to make it about a bunch of things. You can blame the police, you know, for returning the guns to begin with, because it doesn't matter how you feel about guns. If you know that somebody's mentally unstable in a household, that household shouldn't have one. Yeah. They shouldn't have any. Yeah. Like one is too many.
Yeah.
Right. And the rest of it, like, yeah, man, I think it's more so just, you know, your heart goes out to all those parents that are grieving with their kids, right? I don't even know how to feel about that, right? Like, it's 12 to 13-year-old kids, man.
That's too close to home, man.
Yeah, their whole lives ahead of them. Yeah.
Little kids.
Yeah. Let's move on to something else. What else we got?
So are you guys celebrating Valentine's Day this year?
Oh, let's get a little light.
You guys
Let's get a little lighthearted. Yeah.
It's kind of cool that it's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
It is on a Saturday. Yeah. Yes and no. Sometimes I feel like, what's your take on Valentine's Day?
I feel like it used to matter a lot more, like when we were dating or when you're younger. It's like excuse to get together, go to dinner and all that, right?
Right.
It's a little different when you're married and you're always with your significant other. I guess it's like, okay, it can be a reminder to like just show your affection or appreciation, right? But like what it's turned into is just consumer spending, like flowers, candy, dinner, and then you get to be a jackass for the rest of the year, and this one day a year matters.
You know,
like
I went to Costco today and I saw this, like, I think he must have been 80, 90-year-old just holding a bouquet of flowers and like leaving. And it was so cute. It was so nice that he's like thinking about his wife. So like,
it's cool,
to what you're saying, it is consumerism for sure.
Yeah.
But that was really sweet to see that even at that age, like he's like, I need to buy my wife some flowers. Or I don't know who he was giving the job. Just
one of them is side piece, right?
Yeah.
He's cheating on his wife at 90. Nah, to me, I feel like everything gets commercialized a lot these days. And if you want to make that argument, you can make it for everything. You can make it for Christmas. You can make it for every single little thing. At this point, they're gonna have Diwali that's commercialized, right?
It already
they
is.
have it in stores, like
they have.
decorations
But
and
imagine like over the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
it's gonna
years,
get worse and
it's gonna
worse,
get like everyone starts to partake in like certain cultural events. They start making things and monetize absolutely everything.
For sure, like,
right?
you know how we used to give out Valentine's Day cards as kids? You guys did that, right?
Yeah.
You just give it to your whole.
Yeah.
Now it's like you have to give Valentine's Day loot bags, I've heard.
What?
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
just
that
more
too.
and more.
Oh my god,
That's too much, man.
Yeah,
I used to ask for the cards and be like, what the hell you need Valentine's cards?
remember they used to make all these like little different types with like, you know, some of them would have like Batman and Robin
Like
on
themes,
them, and
yeah.
they'd have like a bunch of different themes and stuff. But what I was getting to with the Valentine's Day stuff, like I think it's different from couple to couple. I think it also differs from year to year to year. I don't think it's just synonymous to if you're married or dating or anything. I mean, anyone that's married knows that like your wife isn't really going to signal to you that Valentine's Day means a lot to her this year, right? One year it could be Mother's Day. One year it could be Valentine's Day. One year it might be your anniversary. It might be all of them. I don't know. Right? It is what it is. But to me, it's kind of like sometimes your relationship needs more attention, right? And that's kind of up to both of the people in the relationship to know, right? So you kind of give it the attention it deserves. For some people, they just focus like, oh no, we only celebrate our anniversary or whatever your thing is, right? Or you could be like, birthdays are big to us, or whatever your thing is, right? As a couple to celebrate it, as long as like people are celebrating their relationship, I'm not against it, right? Because all of it's commercialized. If I'm being honest, chocolates and flowers are a lot cheaper than the things we buy for birthdays. Like, spending a few $1,000s to go on trips and shit, that's just way more expensive, right?
For sure.
But do you guys even like chocolates and shit for Valentine's Day?
Of course.
Really?
Wouldn't you love chocolate for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I guess so. Wouldn't you want something more useful though?
I like chocolate for any day.
All of the above.
All days of the
All
week.
the above.
You know what I like doing with these holidays now? Because we have like a child.
Yeah.
I like doing crafts with her. So
That's
for
fun.
this one, we made like pretend her a love bug. So she gets really into it and she gets to give it to him.
I put it on my
that's
desk.
And she just walks by it every time she points to it.
Yeah, I was like, I have it there because you made it. Yeah.
It's really cute.
She's really excited.
It's like the online pressure too, though. Like people posting so many things, right? And then I guess you feel pressured to act a certain way.
I think at an age, like I think I felt like that.
Yeah.
But I think, when you just don't give a anymore.
Yeah, like
about posting.
I'm not gonna do the rose petals on the bed or something like a heart shape
Even
or
if you
whatever.
think about it now, like that's so weird to post. Like let's post the
It's
bag.
a weird thing to
or
post.
Like when they put it in like hot tubs and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
What do you think?
What are you advertising?
That's so weird.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's kind of to me, like I realized with Sukhveer, like sometimes Mother's Day seems to take the cake and it's like the important one. And I just know that it's important to her because being a mom is really important to her. But you also know that sometimes, anniversaries are important, like I said, right?
I don't know. I jumped all over the place too. I can get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But
Some
if you
people
are
celebrate.
dating, there is that aspect.
It matters way more.
Yeah, it matters way more.
And you're trying to woo her, right? So you're trying a little
He's
harder.
in the wooing phase. He's like, here's some pot of gold
I'm way
chocolates.
past my wooing phase.
Right? I don't know. To me, I don't know. Celebrate
It's
it
a
if you
Hallmark
want.
holiday.
Really? You're just gonna just
It
simplify?
is though, right?
It's literally a Hallmark holiday.
And
I think it's
made by Coke. No, Coca-Cola.
That's what they say, but like it's around religion.
Yeah, it's like a religious holiday.
Yeah, it started off that way, but it's kind of like secular and commercialized now.
Yeah,
they
like we don't-
celebrate it everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little polar bear.
Colonial colonization in India, British brought it to India, and you see them celebrating it there.
Yeah, weren't you saying something the other day? And I'm like, I've never seen that in my
You've
life.
never seen it? Yeah, in India they celebrate Christmas in some parts of India.
Yo,
I've seen
we
it.
saw that live.
The one time that we were in India during Christmas, they're
Oh my
wearing
God.
Santa Claus masks, and they're all like going nuts, shooting off firecrackers on their motorcycles and shit. I was like, how weird is this? I think you
Yeah,
conflated
he said that
Diwali,
to me. I'm like, I
Halloween,
never
and
saw
Christmas.
that.
Yo, we saw it. We asked our mama, right? We're like, what the hell's going on? He's like, Christmas, man, all day.
He's like, this is Christmas.
Just dressed up as Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
See, none of that is like based in any kind of tradition. And honestly, if a Christian could get offended at that, I don't know, maybe.
It's a weird
right?
thing to do, yeah.
Yeah, that's just because of the colonization of India by Britain that happens, right?
Yeah.
They see it as secular, right? They don't see it as like a religious holiday, right? But is it offensive or not? Sure, if you're Christian, it could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. What else we got?
I saw this video of a sport. I don't know if you can call it a sport. But basically, it's like these men that like sprint towards each other and then knock each other out.
Sounds like UFC.
So I have a video.
Yo, he got knocked out.
Yeah. Okay. So the point actually of the sport, because I had to look into it, it is a sport.
Yeah.
Is to knock the other person out. Like you win based on like their level of like concussion. What? Yeah. So okay. So this is
CTE incoming, bro.
it's wild how it started. It started from like a schoolyard game where
No way.
they would call it like run it straight, and then it became like a run it straight.
Well,
So
you
it's
played
supposed
this
to-
game?
No.
He's like,
but-
yeah.
No. You guys haven't seen the on the
a
beach
challenge.
the videos where like there'll be two guys at the beach and you go and tackle one or one guy will jump in out
Yeah,
of the way.
it's
It's
supposed
like
to
a
like
football
measure
thing.
your
Okay.
toughness.
Yeah.
It comes
Like if
from
you
like
could tackle
rugby, like
somebody.
rugby
Yeah,
culture.
football, rugby,
so
same
they
shit.
do that. So
They
like
do it
it's-
football too.
So this is like it's based in Australia, New Zealand. Rugby's really big
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
So that's where it started. And then this like CEO, Tremaine Fernandez, made it into a sport where they're selling
crazy.
out arenas.
No way.
They did it. They have another competition coming out and they're selling it out.
Yo, that could be big. I'm telling you right now. If Power Slap made it, you're telling me
what
this.
they're relating it
This
to.
is
It
better than
reminded
Power
me-
Slap.
You think it's better than Power Slap?
Bro, this requires some skill to take somebody out. Like the Power Slap, you stand there with your face exposed and somebody slaps the shit
That
out of you.
requires some skill too. You gotta have a chin.
You gotta have a chin, but at least this you can dodge it. You can tackle somebody a different way.
If
This
there's
is
a
You're
hard.
not
market-
supposed to dodge it.
You're not supposed
The whole
to.
point of it is the contact, the
You
collision.
have to run
it's
into-
a collision sport.
God damn.
Yeah.
Imagine like the collarbone, the
Yeah,
concussion.
people are getting
So-
concussions. They're breaking bones.
There's so many
Yeah.
lawsuits waiting to happen.
Yeah. There's
Nah,
there's
that's
not
a-
real regulation. Like there's no safety equipment.
That's the most dangerous part of like football.
Like
and
CTE
making it a
all over
sport.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Literally the most dangerous part. They're like, let's make that the sport.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
make that the
what?
sport.
But there's a market for it. Like you said,
Clearly,
they're selling
it's
out
like
arenas.
like little kids are like, whoa, we used to play that in school. So like they're
Nah,
excited
that's
about
crazy.
it.
yeah. No, like you do around and play this kind of shit in schools.
Because you're a
Yeah,
dumb
'cause
kid.
you're
You're,
kids,
not
right?
a full
And
grown
there's some form-
300-pound adult running at the.
There's some form of this in most cultures, be it football, be it rugby,
Yeah,
be
kinda
it
like
kabaddi.
kabaddi.
We have kabaddi, like bringing
Yeah,
kabaddi
you
to
go down the
an
kabaddi.
arena. So like even during these like games, so they have a team of, so they have paramedics, doctors, neurologists,
better.
physio, and chiropractors just standing.
Chiropractor just standing by you.
Chiro's
Just
standing
in
by.
case.
I feel like chiropractors can damage you more than they
Oh,
can
yeah,
fix
I'm
you.
learning
man.
that, yeah.
Chiropractors are physio is different, but chiros, I don't know. I don't
A
know.
lot of doctors are against chiros.
It
Have you
seems like
ever,
a lot
you
of
ever seen
pseudoscience.
the tag games?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
actually pretty good.
That's
You ever-
good, but
you
I
know,
don't-
tag has become a sport.
It's a sport.
actually a sport.
You've never seen it?
No.
Everything's a sport.
I got
these
stuck
days.
on ESPN. I was watching it, and you just like they put an obstacle course.
They put an
and
obstacle course, they
chase
run
each other.
around it, they like go under.
trying to tag the other
Oh
guy.
my God.
It's literally tag.
That
But
sounds
it-
pretty fun.
Yo, it was fun to watch.
If
Yeah.
you
I didn't
see
mind
that,
watching
they're athletic.
Yo, honestly, I'm not a good runner, so I've never been good at tag. I like freeze tag.
You get to rest.
This is where sports is heading too,
Yeah,
right? With the
yeah.
attention spans,
Yeah.
nobody has time to watch a full basketball game. They're like 3 seconds, run into each other.
Bro, but
Knock the other one out.
that could take off though. That could take off. If Dana White got a hold of this instead of Power Slap, it would have already been
But
big.
like, don't you feel like people like? So there was a case where that, you know how I was telling you it's a school game. A kid was doing it and he died because of it.
no,
Well, yeah.
that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
So I could imagine this is going to cause some deaths as
Yeah,
well.
but like kids emulate boxing and UFC
That's
and mixed
true.
martial arts, right? And punch
Wrestling.
each other in the
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
Like kids do a lot of shit. In
I mean, I don't know
schools,
those
man.
kids, but I guess you guys do that.
As boys
We
growing
did
up,
a
you do
lot
a
of
lot of
dumb
stupid
shit,
shit,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. But I don't know.
I definitely would have been playing this growing up.
Yeah, yeah. There's probably a couple of kabaddi guys that could, but they probably wouldn't pass the drug test. But yeah, yeah.
Did you guys see that figure skater? She did like
Yeah.
a dance to like a melody of like
Mm.
Bollywood
Yeah.
songs. Here, I'll play a clip. Banger.
Okay. She's busting out the part. I'm losing everything.
What the hell is that? Kind of doing something. That move.
Yeah, so her name's Anastasia Gubanova. What do you guys feel about this? You think it's cultural appropriation or cultural appreciation?
I don't think it's cultural appropriation. I think that line is often blurred, but I think it's cultural appreciation in my view, right?
I mean, intent matters the most. You don't know her intent.
You don't know her intent, but the argument that I would make is if you're going to have the kind of culture that we have, right?
Yeah.
You look at, this is Punjabi culture, but I'm sure, I don't even know if that was Punjabi MC Jogi, right? But like, I
That
don't
was
know what
him,
other
yeah.
track that she's danced to. I've seen a couple of conflicting
Some Bollywood
reports.
songs.
Some
Even
Bollywood
this
song,
too,
right?
it was going viral because of that Durant movie.
What
right?
is that?
There's some movie. There's a movie, and they did another remix.
Yeah.
To the same track, Jogi, right?
Okay.
I'm like, this is originally Mohammed Sadiq right? And then they turned that into the Punjabi MC. I'm like, this movie's just like
they're riding the wave.
Riding the wave.
And I think that video is even from 2025
Yeah,
from
that
the
was
Beijing
a qualifier.
qualifiers, right? I don't think it's from.
It's just trending right now.
It's just trending right now. Yeah, but as far as like the cultural appropriation thing, I think like we were kind of touching base on the Christmas thing, right? Like if you're a Christian, you could potentially get offended at that, right? Like thinking that somebody's mocking your religion.
She had a bindi on.
That was probably my only problem with it. I initially saw it and I was like, why is she wearing a bindi?
Yeah.
I get it. Like she's like
part of the costume.
But you're making it a costume.
You are, yeah.
I don't feel any sort of like cultural attachment to a bindi.
Yeah.
But I do relate it to like our culture. Like if I went to the Olympics, I'm never gonna go and dance to like some like Rastafarian song and had dreads, I'd get in so much trouble for that.
100%.
But you know, so dreads are.
I meant reggae Rastafari.
No. I'm just saying dreads are more. It's not so much just a cultural thing; it's also a religious thing. It's kind of their way of life, right?
But bindis are religion too.
Sure. But my argument to that would be that you see the kind of, especially in Canada, you see the kind of performances that we have at basketball games, at hockey games, whether it's the Winnipeg Jets, whether it's the Edmonton Oilers, whether it's the Maple Leafs, whether it's the Raptors.
Punjabis are doing those presentations.
Sure, right? But if we're so in your face with our own culture, right? And if you see that's Punjabi people and Sikh people doing those, right? But like even if you saw Indian people, Hindu people, it doesn't matter who it is, right?
Yeah.
They celebrate Diwali, so do we, for different reasons, some for the same reasons, but we're all very in your face with our culture, right? And we get mad if somebody's like, hey, listen, you guys shouldn't be celebrating it. You guys are doing it too much. What the hell are you guys doing? We get mad. Right? Or some of us do. I think a lot of us overdo it. Just personally speaking, with the fireworks, right? It's kind of ridiculous. But then if somebody wants to partake in your culture and like they're not mocking it clearly, she's a figure skater using at her routine, right? Which she's an athlete that's propelled herself to a certain level. And instead of using folk music or something, instead of that, she's using Punjabi music or Hindi music. To me, it's like fire, right? You're bringing somebody else's culture to a global stage. What more do you want, right? Like you're kind of taking part in a person's culture and their music. And
I just feel like everybody in the world is like you're talked down on if you like you portray someone's culture.
Yeah.
A white girl has braids, she's cultural appropriation. How come we have to be okay with it?
What do you mean?
We have to be like, oh yeah, they're celebrating our culture. Do we get that same sort of like leniency when it comes to stuff like that? No, it doesn't. Like we don't get that. I don't think she should have had the bindi on. I think she made it into a costume. It's not a costume. That was my only
that does
part
costumize it a bit.
Yeah, but then you can argue about so many different costumes.
It's just
so
we get pumped. Like,
you know why? Like
representing us.
So for my mom works in a bank, and two people came dressed up as Halloween as Indian people. They wore saris, they wore bindis. Yeah. So that's what it reminded me of.
Nah, that's wild.
So to you, it was personal that when you saw that, right? That's why
I felt like you're making
a costume of.
I was like, save the Bhangra for like the first Punjabi ice dancer. You know, maybe she's Canadian or something. Let her do it.
I don't know. I'm not like you guys. I think it's somebody else, appreciating your culture, and she's kind of like, partaking in it. I don't think it's offensive at all. I think to me, that line between somebody mocking it and somebody appreciating it or like kind of clear there. It doesn't look like to me that she's mocking.
Aren't the Olympics you're supposed to represent your country?
There's also
so
that.
How does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. In 2026?
Is she part anything? I don't think so. She's a great athlete. I'm not knocking her at all. Like she's like really high on like the athlete.
Right.
You know, this stuff's happened before too in ice skating specifically. Like they've done it with Aboriginals. Is that even the right word to say? I don't know.
But indigenous.
Whatever.
And what, people got mad?
Yeah, they got
people
mad.
Were upset.
Same thing. They were wearing.
People are gonna get upset. Like to me, it's nothing. I think like you even saw the halftime show, right? Like you saw Bad Bunny kind of put on for Latino culture, right? And
Canada.
Canada. It's not even Canada.
Right? He said that. I'm like, yo, I'm a fan.
So happy.
That's the last thing he said. I'm like, Canada.
I just saw everyone who was saying that he was gonna be whack go immediately to that was the best halftime show I've ever seen, right? But my point was, if you one day want to see somebody, maybe there's somebody in Canada and the US, like, an Indian rapper or a Punjabi artist, right, that is westernized, born and raised in the West, that elevates themselves to such a high level. And then you bring on a lot of, people that weren't born here, and everyone kind of lifts up the culture and stuff. If you want to see that one day, our culture has to be widely accepted, right? And that's what happened with Latino culture. That's what happened with Mexican culture. That's what happened with Latin America, all of their culture, right? Like, you kind of see it being elevated in music in that way, right? Yeah. If you go, no, they're not allowed to, only we are, then it's never going to...
But aren't Latinos elevating Latino culture?
They are, but for me, for example, whenever we've been to so many places across the Caribbean, across, Mexico, like, we've been to a lot of places. Every time we go to these places, I'm just weird. Like, my playlist is always going to be something to do culturally there. Like, I'll like Google it. Or like, you kind of know like some of the popular artists, you already know them, right?
For sure.
I don't know how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the first time I've heard Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I don't know how to speak Spanish. We all know Daddy Yankee. Who doesn't know Gasoline? We all know that shit. None of us know that shit.
When they started that, I got so amped.
That's the millennial in you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But point being, everyone then sings these songs. You don't even know if you're saying the right words. You're just sounding them out. So somebody can argue you're mocking and doing cultural appropriation, or like when people.
But I'm not on a stage doing it, right? I'm just even like here going.
No, okay. Look, if somebody's mocking it, I think then it's bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know. I don't know her
matters,
exactly.
Right?
I don't know what she. Maybe she really
time.
respects the culture. I don't know. Maybe she eats roti every day. I don't know. Right?
Well, why you gotta bring roti into this?
I was just pissed off by the movie just stealing the thunder. I'm like, yo, pay credit to the OGs.
I never heard of that. The movie.
They're under? It's you.
I don't know. Are you the Bollywood guy?
No, I don't like that they stole the.
I've never heard of this movie till today.
I need to listen to it after. It's that bad? What they did to it?
The remix is not
good.
The
remix is not good.
But we haven't even seen the movie.
I haven't seen the movie.
I've never heard of the movie.
Well, yeah.
Is any good actor in it?
Ranveer Singh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is this guy, man? You guys mention him like every other.
He's always at All-Star.
You know who he is.
Everything.
I'm sure if you saw his face, you would know.
Probably. Especially if it's basketball related, then probably. I don't know.
He was on. I think he was on the NBA All-Star Celebrity one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Right.
Other Olympics stuff going on. The curling team. Did you see those? I
didn't see.
No,
pretty wild clip.
He's been watching Durant curling, bro. I don't know what you're into these days.
I got some free time these days. But we have a clip of what was going on there.
You haven't done it once?
I haven't done it once.
Touching the rock.
Who's doing it?
You don't know it?
Who?
It's a couple.
Who? I haven't done it once.
Okay? I'll show you a video after the game.
How about you walking around on my peel on the last day and dancing around the house here? How about that? Come on, Oscar, just
To show you a video.
I don't give a
Yeah, that's what we need in curling. It's exciting all of a sudden, right?
How about you off?
I don't know. I didn't mind. I saw some videos too. I don't know. Debatable what he was doing. So he's accusing him of when they you've seen curling probably once or twice, right?
Yeah.
I never understood it.
I still don't understand.
What do you mean? It's a rock sliding down.
You just get it close to the circle. I think that's what it is.
Why do you have to brush it?
To slow it down.
Oh, to slow it down?
No,
you know,
you'd
I've
have
even
to have
read
it
this
glide better.
I've read this thing that does nothing. But that could just be somebody trying so hard. It's like, yo, you know this does nothing. They're just doing it for no reason.
So yeah, he was saying when he lets the rock slide, that he pushed it with his finger.
Oh.
And I saw some videos that looked like it, but
It really looked like it.
Yeah, the videos didn't look great, but he didn't get caught.
Yeah.
They ruled that he didn't do it, and they didn't disqualify him.
Yeah, they didn't disqualify him, so it's all good by me. No? Team Canada, they beat them.
Oh, they
Canada
won?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they beat them. I think they're 3-0 right now. Usually we just take care of curling, man.
Yeah, isn't it our thing?
It's supposed to be. We're supposed to run away with it. Canada doesn't have a gold medal yet.
Oh, shit. It's coming, though, February 22nd.
Right?
We're all waiting for
flopping so hard.
February 22nd.
We usually sweep the gold here, but we know who's gonna get the gold, right? We know where the gold is gonna come from. Team Canada.
We know where they're coming. We know where the gold's gonna come from, bro. What do you think about those jerseys? you guys seen the jerseys?
Yeah, you were showing me them today.
Right? What do you think?
They're all right.
I like the white one. It's just the color choices were weird to me. That's all it is.
People seem to be a little bit annoyed with them.
I don't mind the black.
I think I didn't like the black on black.
The
I thought
black
that
on
was a
black's
little weird.
I like the red with the black leaf.
I think I'm alone with that. Because I saw all this hate online about like how stupid that is. The leaf should have been white. I agree, but I was like, yo, it doesn't look that bad.
It looks like leather a little bit, and I like leather.
It would have looked cool if it was white. But you can't do red on red. I feel like they've done that in the past.
No, they should. They could have done it white with like a black outline or something.
The white and red
that would have
one's
been
cool.
Fire.
Yeah.
The white and red one.
Yeah,
that one's all right. Like I don't know. Personally, I like the red and black.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's
screw all the
preference.
haters. I like the red and black.
But Team Canada is dominating the first couple of games in the preliminaries. Started off 5-0 and 5-1 with victories over Chechnya. I don't know how to say that. And Switzerland. France is up next. Probably be a clean sweep, but it doesn't even matter. They've already clinched the group, so we get to skip the qualifiers, go straight to the quarterfinals. And yeah, the first game dominated. McDavid had 3 points. Second game, you get McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon all scoring. I mean, the team's rolling, man. McDavid leads the tournament with 6 points so far in 2 games, and that's why they're unbeatable. We got Connor McDavid, right?
Yeah. Connor McDavid, Crosby,
it's a plus.
McKinnon.
We have a +9 goal differential so far.
Bro,
Best in the tournament.
this whole thing, nothing else matters but Canada versus US.
Yeah,
nothing else matters.
USA look good too.
Yeah,
And
they look good.
Matthews got 2 goals. I think they got a point on every line.
Yeah.
But
The
in this
brothers
game,
and Matthews,
the shift that they made, they put McKinnon and McDavid together on that top line, and I feel like everybody was like, "Whoa," because then you get him and you get them 2 and Celebrini, so you got I think they're 3 of the top 5 or 4 points scorers in the whole league, right?
I think
and you got it on one fucking line.
I think sometimes Americans who are into hockey forget that most of your American teams that win Stanley Cups, most of your best players are Canadians, right? So when it comes to a national level, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, they did lose Morrissey, but their defense is still really strong. It's just the goaltending is a little bit shaky.
They don't need any of that shit, bro. None of that shit matters. You're just saying irrelevant shit, bro. To me, this year, I'm like, the U.S. talks shit about everything. Hockey is our game, right?
Yeah.
This year, just bring the smoke. I want all the smoke. I want the U.S. firing on all cylinders in the final. You want this classic game that the whole country deserves, that everybody deserves, especially with this nationalism shit going on, everybody versus the U.S. This is what you want, bro.
Yeah.
This is what you want.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want them to like dominate the tournament and us to do the same on this side.
Meet up at the gold medal game.
Yeah, and then we're gonna beat that ass.
I'm not expecting that to be the end of it.
She just starts doing the applause. But yeah, no, I really think that. Remember we were talking about the numbers last week about how many people watched the last gold medal game when Crosby scored. I think after that, was it the last Winter Olympics NHL players didn't play, right? Or was it
They haven't played since.
Yeah, right.
The golden goal.
So I feel like this is going to be the most televised broadcast in Canadian history.
Yeah, it's Crosby's last game, last Olympics. Sorry,
last Olympics. He's probably going to be retiring soon, right? McDavid. Like, I don't know. You see all of the players that we normally hate as like regular Toronto Maple Leafs fans, Brad Marchand, all these guys, right?
And Marner's on that team too.
Marner's on that team too, right?
It's so weird seeing Matthews on the other side.
Yeah, I always think that too.
It is
so weird.
It
man.
is. And now that
he's their
Marner's
best
not
player.
a
He's
Leaf,
their captain.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if Canada wins a gold medal and Canada versus the US isn't the gold medal game, that's disappointing to me.
Yeah, it would suck.
I want the US versus Canada gold medal game.
I think everyone wants
Everybody wants it. It's unfair if we don't get it.
If sports is truly rigged, just make it happen.
Yeah, just make it happen. If you want to rig something, just rig this. Make them both in the gold medal game, man. The whole world needs to see this shit.
It would be so good.
Yeah.
Time of year again. I don't know if anyone gives a shit about NBA All-Star, but we got 2 Raptors on the All-Star team. about damn time, right? You got Barnes and then you got Ingram, who's replacing Steph.
Yeah.
Ingram's finally back being All-Star for the second time. He's kind of having a career resurgence going on. It's kind of cool to see, right? A bit of a redemption arc going on there. First time this has happened, 2 Raptors in the All-Star game since Lowry and Pascal made it in 2020. And it's only happened 7 times in history.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. We're not one of those franchises.
No, but like, I'm just saying, I don't know what that says, right? How weak the East is or how good the Raptors are.
I mean, I remember one of the times they made it, I think it was Antonio Davis and Vince Carter.
Yeah,
right?
that was the original one. The first time it happened in 2000.
I remember, bro.
It was them too. Then you had a bunch of like DeMar and Lowry, Lowry and Kawhi once, and then Lowry and Pascal.
Yeah. Which are pretty legit all-stars, all those guys, outside of Antonio Davis.
I don't know. He's a Raptors great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know that's the whole thing I had going on. I think it kind of shows Raptors are kind of a legit contender in this Eastern Conference.
The East is wide open.
Only thing I know is nobody wants that smoke in the first round.
No.
Like Knicks, Celtics. Nobody wants to play the Raptors.
No,
that's
because
it's
a toss-up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, Cavs look like they're...
Oh yeah, they're gearing up with
James Harden
and stuff.
It looks like they can make a run for it this year. But yeah, I don't know. The East is wide open, man. It's anyone's to take. But yeah, as a Raptors fan, it's pretty cool seeing Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram.
I think Ingram should have made it as a reserve
Probably.
already,
But Raptors don't get as much love, right? When it comes to
never do. Kevin Durant. He's all over again.
Well, you gotta say it like that, bro.
He's blowing up over his ashiness. There was this clip. He has a new collab coming out.
Bro, KD, please put some lotion on your legs, dog. Why are you actually watching my legs so closely, brother?
Not wrong.
Every time I forgot to put lotion on my ankles, I think about that one photo of Kevin Durant's ass.
Oh my God.
I had 35
Damn.
on 12 shots that night. That is way more important than my ashy ankles. No way KD can be that ashy. No way. LOL. OMG. It was a skincident. My legs went viral.
Skincident.
It's all good. There's Ashy and then there's Kevin Durant. So I've set a new scale for Ash. Kevin Durant knows damn well that running down the court with ashy legs is highly flammable. I have yet to see that. I've been ashy in plenty of games. I might not be a millionaire, but at least I moisturize regularly. That's good. That's an affordable practice. Hopefully you become a millionaire like me. They chant, "You need lotion" at KD. I'm dying. Oh, is that funny? Okay. No wonder he always wears those long-ass leg sleeves. That is not the reason why I wear leg sleeves. It's because I'm cold in these arenas, not because I'm ashy. Next time you take a matter into your own hands, make sure it's lotion. That's actually pretty funny. I don't have a reply to that. Going to be the first NBA player with a lotion deal.
He is.
Whoa.
What the fuck? I didn't actually see the whole commercial.
What?
No way his legs are that.
That's not real.
No, that's not real. Come on.
The new face of legs has a deal now with the Cerave. Is it Cerave?
Cerave.
Cerave? Whatever it is, right? The lotion thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so he full out like embraced the whole ashiness and stuff. And he's making money. I'm really starting to like KD as the years go on. It's like ever since he got caught with that burner account, he's just like, okay, I'm all in. I'm full trolling all the time.
KD's a really genuine player, man. I think people
He's a hooper.
They didn't like the little bit of trolling and stuff that he would do on the burner accounts or whatever, but like he kind of speaks his mind however he wants to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that thing with they're asking him why isn't this important to All-Stars, right? And why do all the what were they saying? Why do all the veterans not give a shit about the All-Star game?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't see you guys asking all the European players. Like, does Luka and Jokic seem like they really give a shit, right? Like, why are you guys always on the veterans for?
Well, yeah.
Right.
He's not wrong. Pretty good marketing, though, to spin that into something positive.
Yeah.
The whole ashiness.
Was he also saying that he didn't shower as the same guy?
Same guy, yeah. He said he doesn't shower all the time.
All the time.
But he showers sometimes.
Yeah. He said maybe he'll skip 2 days.
Oh, right.
Every once in a while when he's like playing video
Cerave
games.
is also the official skincare partner of the NBA now.
Wow. Because
Bro,
of that?
Whatever that means.
Oh, bro, I'll say this. Whenever somebody does a brand deal that of a product that they actually use and they endorse that product, that's to me, that's pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of people that
We
always
don't know that
endorse
he
some
actually
shit.
uses it.
Huh?
We don't know that he actually uses it.
Or like it's something that you can actually promote. There's always people like doing some dumb shit that they don't even know they're not using this shit. They'll just be promoting it like everyone with these DraftKings
Yeah,
things.
just
Like,
Kylie Jenner with the laxatives.
Yo, it works though.
or
Seeing a celebrity.
I saw something about Drake and some McDonald's or some shit. What the hell is he doing?
The OVO meal coming out.
What is that?
McDonald's.
What is that? Do you get like a Drake Happy Meal? Like what is that?
It's
I'm not even
literally
sure what
just
it is.
A OVO themed meal.
That's it?
Yeah.
There's nothing
You get a little
special
owl
about it?
sticker or
You
something.
get a poutine. You get a burger.
Oh, it's Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's in Canada. So
Yo, I
guess
saw
that's
some
the-
European McDonald's. They're giving out friends things, like little friends. What are those bobbleheads?
No,
Oh,
wow.
yeah,
that's
right.
Yeah, but they're not doing it in
pretty cool.
Canada.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah.
Damn, I want one.
Yeah, see, sometimes these marketing endorsements they work.
Yeah. Talking about the All-Star game and the All-Star weekend, we got the dunk off too. And the VC and T-Mac have a podcast now. We talked about it. Right.
So the Cousins podcast.
Yeah. So they kind of talked about a moment that happened while he was still playing. I don't know if you saw the clip, but we have it here.
Remember the $1 million? Yeah.
Yeah,
The phone call.
for sure.
They wanted me, you, Cole, and Braun for sure for $1 million. And I said, I'm in if everybody else is in. And then
No.
Nobody.
I'm good.
I felt like at the end of the day, I would love to, get confirmation, but I felt like I was the only one that said yes.
That was the problem.
Never got a phone call back,
You were
and it kind of faded away. So,
Bro, he's like, I was like, I mean, if everyone, you're gonna win that dunk off, bro. Who do you think would win in that dunk off?
VC.
Easy.
No doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, T-Mac is probably the close second. And he was like, nah.
He's like, hell no.
Right? Like, I think T-Mac's a better dunker, even dunk contest dunker than Kobe.
Yeah.
Right? Braun's not winning that. Braun's a power dunker.
There's a reason he never went in a dunk off, right?
Well, I think early on he felt like he was too good for it, and then later there's too much pressure, right? And you're gonna lose, right? Like early on he could have won it. Didn't Kobe win one? Kobe won one.
I don't know if he won, but he was in one,
Yeah.
right? Like back in the day, it kind of mattered to these guys, right? It was a rite of passage. You have to go in the dunk off. All the greats did it, right? The big time players, they participated. I feel like with these guys, like, I don't know, you have to want to do it for the fans. That has to matter to you. And I don't think it matters to these guys. I don't even think if you paid them $1 million now, they would give a shit.
I also think something that gets missed on people that say, it's a rite of passage and stuff like that. At that time in that NBA, it was a big deal if somebody was a great dunker.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's like, okay, you're Mac
And the
McClung.
three-point
Like,
game.
are you really
That's the
that
other
great of
thing.
a player?
They put so much emphasis on the G League.
Yeah.
Like, why is Mac McClung a 3-time NBA dunk-off champion? Like,
Because it's not, I don't know. To me, the dunk off is just one of those things that's like, it kind of like fell out of orbit. The All-Star game in of itself is, I don't know.
well, like, what do you? So there's gonna be a new champ this year, right? It's how many of these guys do you actually know? It's between Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Kashad Johnson, and Jace Richardson. So you only know these names if you watch a lot of basketball, right? They're essentially nobodies, even if they're really good dunkers. Does it matter?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the eyeballs? Like, I don't know. I don't even know what the fix is there. They're saying to scrap it and just make it a game of horse. People are saying.
Even that, like, I don't know if people would tune in, right? Like, I think if you made it so that for players to give a shit, that trophy has to mean something. It has to mean something for you to be, a great dunker, right? Like, if it was VC, T-Mac, Kobe, and
That would've
Braun,
been a
that
dunk
would
off
have been
for the
one for the
ages.
ages.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the dunks were, what happened, how they looked. None of that would have mattered. The fact that the 4 of those guys would have been in a dunk off would have been fire.
Yeah.
But VC would have won that hands down.
For sure. That's why they all said no, right?
VC is, in my opinion, the greatest dunk contest dunker of all time.
Might be the greatest dunker of all time, man.
In-game dunker, he's pretty bad. Like, everyone knows the Alonzo Mourning dunk.
Yeah,
and
he jumped that guy in the Olympics.
In the Olympics over the 7-footer.
Yeah.
Pretty fire.
That's crazy.
But, I mean, dunk contest dunker, like, Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. Everyone forgets that showdown. That showdown was a good one, too.
That was the last time it was good. They revived it for a millisecond.
It went from Blake Griffin to Zach LaVine and those guys, and then from Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon after that era, it kind of fell off. Like, somebody had to pick up the mantle for it to continue, a Zion, a Ja Morant, and somebody, but nobody did.
Yeah.
So then it just kind of went that way.
Yeah, on to the other problem that they have. You keep getting to a little bit. We can talk about it. It's the All-Star game, right? It's like, can this thing actually ever be fixed? So they're trying to change this game every single year. It's hard to keep up with. We do have that clip that you mentioned, Katie talking about the players.
Oh,
so we'll just play that.
Actually, the Europeans and the world team, they won't compete. Because when you look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now, let's go back and look at what they do at the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're going to question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game. Be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro.
I will say that's a fair point with the read between the lines. Also, Victor, I think, has said he plans to play hard on the offense. So there's that.
I mean, yeah. Of course they're going. I mean,
fair point.
He said that last year too. It is. They said it was the worst All-Star game that people watch. So we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? And
he's not wrong.
Yeah, I don't think he's completely wrong either, right? But the thing is, they keep changing this format. They changed it again, right? At least there's no G League players playing in the goddamn All-Star game this year. Right? Which they did that last year, and I was like, what? Why is this happening? So last year's game was the worst viewership. They had 4.5 million viewers, lowest in the league's history, right?
Right.
So they're doing it again, the round robin style, but it's a little different. We have a picture of the teams breakdown. So there's players that are split up into 3 different teams this time, and it's another round robin tournament. A little less confusing, right? They're doing USA and then the world. Right, 2 USA teams. He was talking about the old head team. He's on it. Steph's getting replaced by Ingram, and then I think Giannis and Shea's not playing either. So that makes the world team a little weak, a little bit. Even they had to juggle it. I think they put someone from the USA team on world just because he's Jamaican or something. I don't know. His actual citizenship still American. But
without Shea and without Giannis.
Norman Powell. I think they put Powell on the Team World.
Yeah, but without Shea and Giannis, that gets considerably
worse. That's a huge
that's a huge loss.
Yeah, downgrade. But
yeah, I mean, to me, look, man, the All-Star game is one of those things that if you are the only way you're gonna make it so what people want to see, what some people complain about the competitiveness and all this and the other. The All-Star Games are kind of reminiscent of the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
With hockey, 4 nations worked, and I think they're trying to bite that a little bit by USA versus world. It's 4 nations work because there's a sense of pride for going in for your country, right? There's also this nationalism thing going on. There's also the fact that the USA has a decent squad, right? Versus Canada, versus Sweden. Some of these teams, they have decent squads. So when they go up against each other, it kind of makes sense. In this USA versus world thing, I've been saying, I don't know why they don't do it. I've been saying it. They should take the baseball model.
Yeah.
East versus West. The winner of the game gets home court in the finals.
Everyone's playing.
Yeah. Everyone's playing for it. Then.
Yeah.
All of the top players are going to be playing for it. All the 2 best coaches are going to be like, yo, we're gunning for this. Right?
Yeah.
They're playing for it then.
That's a great suggestion.
Because that then incentivizes the player. That means something. Now you get home court. Period.
Yeah. I mean, to me, there's no saving the game unless these players care. He's saying that about Luka and with Jokic. He was talking about, he's how much do they care, right? But they're following your footsteps, right? And they're following LeBron's footsteps, right? They're the old heads, they're the vets, and they came in after you.
Yeah, you
guys stopped caring. So now they don't give a shit, right? It's whatever's cool to do. They're doing the same thing.
Did anyone really care that much?
back in the day, like I'm talking 90s to the early 2000s, the games were competitive, man.
But you know why though, right? Like a part of
then
that.
It turned into like, I think with Carter and McGrady, they started doing like messing around a little bit, dunking too much.
Carter and McGrady and them, they used to do off the backboard dunks and stuff like that.
From the
McGrady did it, and then Carter did it, and then McGrady did it, and they just kept doing this kind of shit. Before that, I felt like there was this era of the accolades, like the All-Star Game MVP meant something to these players. It was a part of that, right? Now, this ring culture has kind of taken that out of it. Nobody considers the All-Star Game MVP anything. Nobody cares about it. If it, that's what I'm saying. If it was something that was sought after, whether it's a dunk contest trophy or the All-Star, if somebody was like, oh, he's 4-time All-Star Game MVP, he's the greatest of all time, all of a sudden it matters.
For sure.
Right? Because there's a bunch of players competing for that. If nobody's competing for it, the trophy doesn't matter. Who wins doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can name them team A, B, C, D or USA versus world. It doesn't matter. It's not, none of that shit matters.
I think they're just trying to ride that wave, like you were saying, from the hockey.
Yeah, I feel like they're biting hockey on that front, trying to hopefully that works for them. I think on the other side, I saw that they have like K-pop performing at their halftime show. Some K-pop.
Oh, the Demon Hunters?
No. No. I think it's like some sort of Korean
That's
Korean
all the K-pop
band.
I know.
No, there's some K-pop shit or something.
Gonna be gold.
I think they were just trying to what?
That's the song.
I think they're trying to tap into the, Bad Bunny kind of showed that, like, you can do it with like globalizing the game a little bit. Yeah, I feel like what you could do there. Arguably, you can make the All-Star Game halftime show really big by trying to get really big performers and having a massive production. Maybe that brings halftime audience.
That's true.
Maybe that does something. You turn it into a mini concert for 15 minutes. From the NFL.
I mean, they had J. Cole one year, but the production was like, there's no stage, nothing. He was just kind of walking around.
Bad Bunny's production was so sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It was the whole movie.
That was on another level.
Yeah.
Wemby did say he's going to compete this year. He's like, I'm coming to play.
I believe Wemby.
He can set the tone. He's the new guy, right? When these guys are all said and done, it's Wemby's league, right? If he can set the tone of how the future will be, right? It comes from somebody. One player's got to change it.
I think I even heard somebody asking him, and he was like, "Yeah, maybe I'll sleep in or something." He was just like, "Maybe I'll
be ready for the game."
Like, because he's like usually he's on some very strict regimen when he goes sleep, when he wakes up and shit. Maybe he's like, maybe I won't take sleep that seriously this weekend or some shit, right?
I mean, it just sucks that Shea's Canadian, obviously. That sucks. He's not in the game. And
he's also one of the biggest stars in the NBA right now.
Yeah, it sucks. Steph's not going to be there. It's pretty whack, man.
Okay, let's move on to the question segment. The first one is a picture. Okay. So, say you're at a food court in a mall, and these are the options. What are you picking?
Yo, that's hard.
Right? They're all good ones.
That's actually hard.
What's Cane's?
I was like, Shake Shack right away.
It's an American chain.
Yeah.
It's like
chicken.
It's pretty huge.
It
People
depends
love it.
on what you're
that one's
for.
out for me.
It's Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, or Shake Shack.
Wingstop is pretty good too.
What?
Wingstop is good. Yeah.
But if you're in the mood for wings, you can't eat them all the time.
But they have those like boneless wings too.
I know. If it was me, I think I would go with Chick-fil-A or Shake Shack, if I'm being honest. If I'm in a food court.
I would say Chipotle or Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Chipotle I have too often, I feel like.
Shake Shack is not that good. I didn't love it like anytime I've been.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like a whatever burger.
Yeah.
For me, it would depend on my mood, right? Like
now you have to change my mind.
Chick-fil-A is always good.
Yeah.
It's never bad.
I think we all agree on Chick-fil-A.
I've never ate
there's
Chick-fil-A and it was bad.
There's so many iterations of you could take the graphic away. I think there's so many iterations of some sort of Mexican bowls and food and burritos and stuff. Like you have them all the time.
Yeah. There's like 90 different chains.
Yeah, there's so many different chains and stuff.
But then Shake Shack and Chick-fil-A are both just burgers.
You have a
and
point.
fries.
You have a point. There's a lot of burger joints and chicken. Yeah, I mean, I think I would go for Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A, but if I was in the mood for a burger, not like does Chick-fil-A have beef burgers?
No,
it doesn't, right? So
just
that
chicken.
it would depend on my mood when I enter the food court. If I'm feeling a burger, I'm going
to the food court.
I'm feeling a burger, I'm going Shake Shack. Otherwise, Chick-fil-A wins.
People have like these health podcasts. They talk about protein and micrograms and shit like that, and how much they should be eating. We're picking our best favorite fast food.
All right.
Chick-fil-A, everyone, right?
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
What about you?
Yeah, maybe we just been deprived of Chick-fil-A in Toronto for too long.
Yeah, we don't have enough Chick-fil-A's. We just got.
That's probably why we like it so much.
Krispy
Do we have
Kreme's
Shake
fire.
Shack?
Yeah.
They
There's a
opened
couple
one
Shake Shacks.
like in
Toronto and stuff.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme's a good one. Those are popping up everywhere too, man.
You can smell those
But you're not
donuts.
gonna
from
go
a
there
mile.
for lunch.
I don't know. I might, man. Those donuts are pretty fire, bro.
Okay, the last question is also a picture. So you have 2 buttons, red one, 50% chance of $100 million, or green button, instant $1 million.
What happens if does something bad happen?
Which would you press?
Man. Are you?
What do you
Are
mean?
you stupid, bro?
If I press the red button,
Like you're not gonna get shot.
If either you get 100
Or you
million
don't.
or you
or
don't.
you don't.
That's
Okay, 50-50. I'm going for the 100 million.
So you could possibly get nothing at all, or a guaranteed
Or $100 million.
I'm going for the 100 mil too.
I'm going for the 100 mil.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are risky.
What, you're taking the million?
Instant million, yes.
I would imagine Patricia can go and I can go, and then one of us will get it.
What if you both don't?
Well, I would risk that because I don't. I'm good.
50-50 is good odds, man. I played the lottery. That's like 0.00001 or some shit.
Lottery is depending on where you play.
And
It's
even
like
then
1 in
we
30
start,
million
like,
or 1 in
fantasizing
like
our whole life after.
You play one lottery ticket, you're like, yo, I'm about to hit this
Like,
shit.
I'm gonna buy that.
If you have that, if you have delusion playing the lottery,
no,
50-50?
A 50-50
I'm taking
chance
that.
at
It's
100
wild.
million, you gotta take it.
You
You,
have
gotta
to.
take it.
You
There is no other option.
When you're
there.
guaranteed
If it
$1
was
million,
instant 10 million, maybe.
Yeah,
But
if the
1
guarantee-
million,
Yeah,
I don't know.
1%
Or even
versus
5.
5, yeah.
5 I would do.
5
Maybe
would make
even
me
2.
I think 10.
No, not even 2. I think
Maybe I'll just hit that green button.
maybe you've convinced me. And I'm down for the green. No,
green was the right answer.
I feel like for me, 100% I would go with the
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, me too.
There's no way. 100 million is way too much money. You have 50% chance that 100 million sets you up for the rest of your
That's
life.
hard to pass
$1
up.
million? You can make $1 million. Everyone knows how to make $1 million.
Everyone knows what I mean?
You got the blueprint? No, I'm just saying $1 million isn't
Yeah, I
that
get what
much
you're
money
saying,
this day and age, bro.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
townhouse in Canada costs like
But you can
1.2
definitely turn $1 million into a lot.
You can turn $1 million into a lot, but it's a lot harder to burn through 100 million. You know what I mean?
I can burn through it. Give me 100 million.
No, I'm saying you could turn 100 million to $1 billion.
For sure, yeah.
Right? Have you ever seen that 10x guy? He's like, yeah, and then I'll just 10x that, and then I'll 20x that, turn it into $1 trillion.
It's
Yeah,
so
why not?
easy, yeah.
Yeah. Give me
take
the
a
million.
penny, 10x the
Yeah,
penny.
you 10x it, yeah.
Eventually you end up at 100 billion.
Right? And then you 100x that. Clearly, we're not experts at anything. Neither is anybody else on the internet. And you guys should always do your own research because we're all just out here talking shit. We'll catch you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.